This is a song by Tom Waits, and I was thinking about what I like about this song, and I'm someone who's sees himself as someone who's dark side, light side, could rob a bank, help a woman across the street as you leave the bank with the loot, or something, metaphorically speaking. And I think that most people would be healthier overall if they gave their so-called dark side, which is just really your other side, if they just gave free rein to it. And an expression that I've come to say about myself is that I don't like everybody, but I love everybody, meaning that I treat them with respect and would always help them or try to fill whatever need they asked for, or sometimes even didn't ask for, in the way of asking them to give their head a shake about something. So, so light side, dark side, I think of Tom Waits that way. He has this persona as this drinking, rough guy, unshaven, rough clothes. If you get a chance, look him up on a show called, it's called Fernwood Tonight with Martin Mull. And one of the early episodes has Tom Waits as quite a young person. This must be in the early 80s, I think. So this particular song of Tom Waits, which nobody I know has covered, and that's unusual for a Tom Waits song. So. Red pants and the sugar man and the Temple Street glue. Drinking Chivas Regal in a $4 room. Just another dead soldier in a powder blue night. Sugar man says, baby, everything's alright. We're going down, 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 down. We're going down, down, down. Montclair to Heaven to the St. Vitus dance. Looking for someone to talk the longer in his pants. How am I gonna unload all this ice and all the speed? All the traffic in the street, and it's so hard to think. We're going down, 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 down. We're going down, down, down. Frankie's wearing lipstick, being caught then. Swear to God I see him holding hands with Jimmy Bond. Sally's high on crank and hungry for some sweets. She's famming the sheets, but she's butch on the street. We're going down, 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 down. Going down, Frankie's wearing lipstick, Pierre Cardin. Swear to God I'm seeing holes with Jimmy Bond. Sally's high on crack and hungry for some sweets. Yeah, she's butchering the street, but she's spamming the street. We're going down, 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 down. We're going down, down, down. Still going, has that rough drinking persona, but lives with his wife of 30 years in middle America or something. Now, this is a raucous song from the 50s called Do You Love Me? It's a guy that finds out that he can really, really dance. I definitely like to dance, shake my butt. Free your ass, free your mind and your ass will follow. I mean, it's the other way around. You broke my heart, 'cause I couldn't dance. You didn't even want me around, but now I can really shake them down. Wow! Do you love me? I can really move. Do you love me? I'm in the groove, but do you love me? While I'm ahead. Okay, many years ago, 1988, I lived in Guatemala for about 6 months, and I was on a rare evening out there. I lived in a small town way on the other side of the lake, but I would come in to town a couple days a week and stay in a funny little so-called hotel where the boards had half-inch wide splits between them, so daylight and your next door neighbor could come streaming through the slats and the spaces in the logs, or the sliced logs, otherwise known as planks. But I requested the song Carmelita. Didn't really think what it was about. I just liked it. It's a nice name, Carmelita. Excuse me. So, I, he was asking for requests, the guy that was at this open night that I was at later in the evening. So he was asking for a request, and I suggested this song, and he sort of freaked out and said, "What are you asking for that song? It's all about heroin and yada yada." So, Born in the USA is, of course, about soldiers who come home and don't get looked after in the hospital. But that didn't stop anybody from going, USA! This is by Zevon. I hear mariachi sounding on the radio, and the tubes, they glow in the dark. I'm there with her and Sonona, and I'm hearing Echo Park. Carmelita, hold me tighter. I think I'm sinking down, and I'm all strung out. tighter. I think I'm sinking down, and I'm all strung out on heroin on the outskirts of town. Well, I'm off to see my dealer. Hang down at the chicken shack. By the Pioneer Chicken Stand. Carmelita, hold me tighter. I think I'm sinking down, and I'm all strung out on heroin, on the outskirts of town. Carmelita, hold me tighter. Oh, I think I'm sinking down, but I'm all strung out on heroin on the outskirts of town. Yeah. The Great War on Zevon. That's not the war on Zevon, that's Warren Zevon. Not to be confused with Warren Jeffs.